We're going to start part 2 of the Cyclone Dust Collector project. Why make it out of wood? Well, I have woodworking tools. You can make this out of sheet metal, you can make it out of plastic, not set up to roll sheet metal. You'd still have to make something very similar to this for a farm to bend the plastic around. Take a piece of plastic, put it in your wife's oven to heat it up. She's not going to be happy about that. Been there, done that. So we'll stick with wood. I've got all of 2 12-inch pieces of 2x4 invested in this and a couple of scrap pieces of plywood. So that's why we're making it out of wood. You're not going to be able to see the particles swirling around on the inside like you can on some of the clear plastic ones, but when we get done, we're going to hook it up, we're going to prove that it works, and that's good enough for me. So let's go to part 2. Yesterday I took an old tub of wood filler and with a rubber glove, put some on my fingers, went in here and pushed that all around inside the cracks and crevices to fill all those little gaps that were created by my not very precise woodworking technique. I took a wet paper towel, went in there and repeatedly wiped it all out, cleaned it out, let it dry overnight. And as you'll see in a clip here in a second, it looks real nice on the inside. It's certainly smooth enough. And then I'm going to give that 2 coats of polyurethane. Now, I drilled an 1 7/8" diameter hole, which is the correct diameter for an 1.5" piece of PVC pipe. This pipe is 7 inches long, and we're going to stick that in here so that 3 inches of it sticks past the bottom of this top piece of plywood or MDF or whatever you use. I also, you might notice I put a piece of plywood on the outside just to neaten it up and hide all the edges of these slats that were glued on around the exterior. Just makes it look nicer. Take another piece of pipe and contour it so that it will fit on the outside of this. When you do your polyurethane on the inside, make sure you don't get any on this inside surface where we're going to glue this piece of pipe. It's going to be hard enough to get that to sit in there nice and solid as it is. I tried to shoot a video of this yesterday so you can see the inside of this after I filled the gaps and smoothed it out with a wet paper towel. Of course, now I've got a coat of varnish on it, but I think you can see it's pretty smooth in there, and it's going to be good enough for what we want to do. Yesterday I took a Dremel tool and a hole saw and a few other things and cut out that shape that you saw marked on the outside of this to match up with the intake pipe. And you'll see another little clip here that shows how this pipe is internally flush with the inside wall of this Cyclone. And then I ground a little notch in the plastic all the way around just to give the glue a little bit of a tooth to hang on to that pipe a little better. And I glued it in with a glue gun. Glue guns are amazingly strong. It's sticking to the wood and it's wedging the plastic into place. I doubt seriously it's sticking to this plastic. But then I took a ring made from some Baltic birch plywood and a few other scraps and glued this on the outside to give some more grip and support to that pipe, because your vacuum cleaner hose is going to be hanging off of that and you're going to be rolling it around and what have you. So this wants to be very strong, and it is. That's not going to come off of there. Okay, I took the, I think I made a mistake in the other video. This piece of pipe is 7 inches long and it's going to stick 4 inches past this top plate. And then I ground a notch, very slight, around the plastic here so that when that goes through here and this top piece of plywood is going to be right where those marks are, then that notch will help give the tooth to the plastic, the glue. You have a better chance of holding on to it. And then I'm going to put an additional support ring. I'll show you how this intake pipe is flush with the inside surface of this wall. That's what you want, just like that. You can use a 5 or 6 gallon bucket. 5 is better. 6 I think is too high. It has a tendency to tip over. This top surface of the bucket needs to be in very good shape. No holes or splits in the bucket. We are going to be drawing a vacuum or a negative pressure on this bucket, so it needs to be in good condition. You can get an easy on, easy off lid on eBay. Just search for a 5 gallon plastic bucket lid. You can get one for about $4 or $5 shipped. You don't want to have to fight getting that lid on and off each time. I made mine out of a piece of particle board. Put a ring around the outside so it's safe. This is a 3.5 inch hole, same size as what is on the bottom of the Cyclone. That'll be attached like so. This will be attached to the lid permanently. We've got the pipe sticking up out of the top. And your vacuum cleaner hose will go to here, and there'll be a hose that goes from here to the shop vac itself.